Hello everyone, I hope you're fine. So today we'll be doing the latest paper 2 for May June 2023, question 3, analytical geometry. So the statement is saying in the diagram the equation of line AF, it is that B is a point on the x-axis, is the midpoint of the straight line we're joining A, and then there is a C, there is an angle of inclination, AF and AC are alpha, and then and 63,43, and then there we were told that DE, it is parallel to what? AC. Now let's start. Question 3.1.1, calculate the value of T. Okay, so let me show you how to calculate the value of T. As you can see, point A, it is where you have a what? Unknown T, which is the y value of A. So it falls under this equation of AF, which is what? X equals to minus x minus 11. So since you want the y value per, you'll have to use what? The equation, so that you find what? The value of T. So I'm gonna show you now. Alright, so 3.1.1.1. So I have my equation as y equals to minus x minus 11. Okay, so I'm gonna say at point A, at where my x it is 1 minus 1, my y it is what? T. So we are gonna substitute. Where there is y, I put what? T. It is equals to minus. Where there is x, I put what? Minus 1, but it is minus, open bracket, minus 1, close bracket, minus 11. So minus and a minus is a positive, so it is the same as saying 1 minus 11, which is the same as minus 10. Okay, therefore you can say A, and then you say 1 minus 10. Sharp. So number 3.1.2, they are saying the size of alpha. Where is my alpha? It is here. So as you can see now, this is a what? It is a negative gradient, because my line it is what? Decreasing. So which means I'll get a negative I'll get I'll get an angle greater than 90, because it is not an acute angle, it is what? An obtuse angle. So for you to do it, you're gonna say what? Since they want what you call alpha, you're gonna say M is equals to tan alpha. I can say tan alpha since it's the one that I'm given. So I have my gradient because I'm already given here. You see, this thing, it is very important. Since it is minus x, it is already telling me that my gradient is what? Minus 1 is equals to tan alpha. And then for you to get this alpha, you'll simply say alpha is equals to arctan minus 1. Then you get what? Minus 45. Okay, degrees. But you're not gonna end there. You're gonna say what? Plus 180 degrees. Then you'll get your answers what? 135 degrees. This is the value for alpha. You see, this is how you simply do it. Okay, so let's go to the next question. It is saying 3.9.3, the gradient of AC to the nearest whole number, the gradient of AC. So Lana, I can see that I don't have an equation. I only have 1 point, but I don't have the gradient. But this is what they want. So already I can see that I have what? This angle of inclination there, which is what? 63,43. So 3.1.3, I can say, since I have the what you call the angle of inclination, I can say M is equals to tan theta, and then it's gonna be tan 63,43. I was even told that to the nearest whole number, so it will be tan 63,43. Then you get what? 1,999, which means what your gradient is what? 2. And at the same time, as a mathematician, you can see that this is what? Increasing line. It's an increasing line, so your gradient must be positive. Okay, so 3.2, determine the equation of AC in the form of that. Okay, so for you to determine the equation of a straight line, you must have 1 point. At least I have a point there and a gradient. Do I have those things? Yes, I do. So now let's determine the equation of the straight line, because I have what? Point A and the gradient, which is 2. So let's start. 3.1.3 or 3.2, sorry. I prefer this method because it takes you straight to the answer. So y minus y1, it is equals to m x minus x1. Okay, so now which point am I gonna use? At point A, I have minus 1 and minus 10. Okay, Hey guys, be careful. Be careful. If you got your minus 10 wrong, it means that everything is gonna be wrong. Mara, I'm happy because I can see the at t, the value of y, it is a negative t, it is a negative value. So it's gonna be y. So let me simplify. Minus the plus 10. It is equals to, what is the gradient of AC? It is 2. Then x, and then let me simplify, plus 1. I need to, for this one, it is gonna be minus 10, which is gonna be plus 10. That side is gonna be minus 1, which is the same as plus 1. So that's why I'm simplifying things to save time. Be careful guys, time is important. So it's gonna be y plus 10, it is equals to 2x plus 2. Then it is gonna be y is equals to 2x. What is 2 minus 10? Minus 8. Then this is the equation. You see, very important and straightforward. So let's go to 3.3, 3.3.1. all right, 3.3.1, what is it saying? It is saying the coordinates of C. Okay, so now I want you to listen to me and listen to me attentively. And I want you to be careful there, and I want to show you something. I'm gonna take it and use a long way, but you'll also get what I'm saying. So as I said, it will be a longer method, but you'll be understanding what I was saying. Ne? So as you can see, B, it is the midpoint. As you can see, B, it is the midpoint of AC. Ne? So you'll have to think critically on this one. So since B, it is the midpoint of AC, I can find the coordinates of what? Of B, because at B I know that my y, it is equals to 0, and I have my equation. Okay, so watch the space now. Watch how I'm gonna kill it. So check, I have my equation there, ne? So let me simply say y is equals to 2x minus 8, ne? So at which point? B. So already I know that at B my y, it is equals to 0, because B, it is where? In the x intercept, ne? So now check, where there is y, you put what? 0. So it's gonna be 0 is equals to 2x minus 8. Then 8 is equals to 2x. Therefore my x, it is equals to 4. So my B basically, it is what? 4 and 0. Okay, so now I have 2 points. Again, I have A and I have B. Now I'm left with getting what? C, right? So watch how I'm gonna do it. So remember what I said in the analytical geometry video. Check it. I told you about the midpoint, whereby the x value of the midpoint between the 2 points, it is equals to the x value. Okay, let me not confuse you. So this is what I'm talking about. You are simply gonna say, you're gonna take this x value of B, ne, and equate it to the, like this. Check it. It is gonna be 4, it is equals to x, ne? This x, it is now, okay, let me say x of C, ne? And then what is it? Plus minus 1, so minus 1 over 2. You see, remember what I said, I need the midpoint, it is this, it is equals to x1 over what, and then this one. So the x value of this one, it is equals to this, the y value of this one is equals to this. So go and check the analytical geometry I uploaded, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so for it is equals to the x value of the x coordinate of C minus 1 over 2. Then for me to get the x value, I'll simply cross multiply. It will be xc minus 1 is equals to 8. Therefore xc, it is equals to 9. Okay, yeah, cross multiply, and then you transpose that one to the other side. Now to find y, the y value of the midpoint, it is 0, so it's gonna be 0, it is equals to yc, and then it's gonna be minus 10 over 2. Okay, this minus 10 is now coming where? To that point at A, which is this one. You see, and then I'm gonna cross multiply. Yc minus 10 is equals to 0. Therefore my yc is equals to 10. Okay, so I'll simply say my c is what? 9 and 10. And even if I can check my what you call my graph, it will be always positive y value and positive x value. Okay, that's how you kill it, guys. I hope you understood. All right, now I hope it was clear, ne? So now let's go to the next question. 3.3.2. The size of FED, Jesus Christ. So they said DE it is parallel to AC, which means these are corresponding angles, because check the shape. So lana, since this one it is 63,43, it means this one is gonna be 63,43 also, because of vertical opposite angles. Yo guys, this one is tricky. Yo, just inbox a comment if you think maybe you got a different answer, so that we can help each other here. Because wait, okay, so since I have 63,43 here, okay, so let me just leave it as it is. Let me come here. I know that this alpha it is what 135, and this is the angle of a straight line, so which means this one it is what 45. Maramanja, I will have to do what to get this one. How can I get that one? How? I found a way. I have found a way. Now I'm giving you, this is your task to get this angle here. It's your task. I have found a way. It's very tricky, this one. Let's go to the next question. 3,4. Comment and give me the answer there. This one is tricky. If we don't comment by the end of this week, I'm gonna give you the answer. So now check. G is a point such that EAGC in that order is a parallelogram. So now I have EA, but I don't have G, I have C. So it means G it is where? Somewhere here. Okay, so let me construct C. Let me try to check it here. So it's gonna be somewhere here. Okay, and then it's gonna be something like this. I think this is my parallelogram. I have tried, or I can put it there so that it can make sense. You see, something like that. It must be somewhere there, the G. But at the same time, I'll know that my G it is what it is the what you call. Please be careful on this one. I'll now know that my G it is the midpoint of what? Of ED. Is it fine? So now let's continue. Alright, let's be careful on this one. So we have to form a parallelogram. So let me just try to make it to be something like this. I don't know. Let's try, or maybe I can just Pella, don't forget that it has to be a parallelogram, so there must be 4 sides there. Something like this, so that it can be a parallelogram. Okay, so what I can do there, remember this is a parallelogram. You must know all your properties of a parallelogram there. So from what I can see, I think we can take this G as the midpoint of EC. I know it's very tricky for most of you, maybe you can't see it, but the way I can see it and linking my parallelogram knowledge and the properties. So what you can simply do, you can say, because they are saying determine the equation of a circle centered at G passing through point B. So there's a circle there. So there's something like a circle there. Ne? So let me give you the clues there so that you can try it. Guys, you must also try it. Don't depend on. So it means there must be a line that is going through the center here. You see? Centered at G. Okay, so it means this one is my G. Oh, you see now. You see now it's now tricky for us. Determine the equation of a circle at G. You see? And passing through point B, right? You're forming that. So it means the line you have what? G, and this what? EC. G is what? The midpoint of EC. So now I can do what? Since I have the coordinate of C, which is what? 9 and what you call? 9 and what? 10. Let's try to find the coordinates of G. But at the same time, we have to make sure our y value of G has to be greater than the y value of C. Can you see that? So now, I'm going to give you a hint. Ne? Since you have the coordinates of B, okay, let's start. You can start by calculating the coordinates of what? Of E. Okay? And then, after doing what? Get the coordinates of what? Since you have the coordinates of B, now you're going to do what? You're going to have to find the coordinates of G again at the same time to find the radius. Then then that you're gonna get what what you call equation at the same time. You have to just go around those lines, ne? Go around those lines and then you check the answer. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed. It wants you to think outside the box.